Did you see that Manel Kape got a titty?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 232. We are back with the last preview of a UFC event for the year of 2025. Let's go. The end of the ESPN era is upon us. I know we're all very excited for that. We attempted to have a nice conversation about that, but through the talking of ESPN difficulties, it translated into our own technical difficulties because that's just how cursed the ESPN is. So we keep it brief at that. No more talks of it. I'm scared.
I was about to say,
Just
is
ready
it
for the new era?
Is it the ESPN curse or is it just karma?
Little
Karma
Kape,
for saying the truth.
But let's go. We are here.
It just deals out consequences. It doesn't care if you're telling the truth or not.
Yes. But the last UFC event of the year, they had to do us right. And where better to place it other than the Apex? It's home. It's where we all know and love. It's a safe place of sorts. You know what I mean?
It's the UFC's safe. It's the UFC's safe space.
Exactly. When they got a card that they know won't sell tickets anywhere on the planet, they go home to the Apex. And that's why we got a main event, a flyweight main event, a fun one probably, between Brandon Royval and Manel Kape. But before we get into all of that, don't forget to like and subscribe, drop a comment. We appreciate everyone that does. Let's fucking go. The biggest thing I want to hear about for this one, drop the comments about Manel Kape's titty, because that shit is outrageous.
Yeah.
How we feeling about this main event, fellas?
Bro, I want Royval to win this.
Yeah.
And I think he can win this. Honestly,
he should be able to.
Like, I know you've been getting like those feelings and we've been talking about it, and as we get closer, you've been feeling like Manel might get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But I was honestly shocked to see him set at like a minus 250 favorite,
Yeah, that is a very big favorite.
It just feels disrespectful.
Yes.
It's like Manel Kape, first of all, like in the UFC, it's like his wins and losses are very different. His losses being to Pantoja, Nicolau, and Makayev. Nicolau kind of the odd man out in there, obviously. But it's like, higher level versus his wins over people like Asu is getting there, Bruno Silva, though, Felipe Dos Santos, Zalgas, David Dvorak, like just unranked and lower level guys, Clear difference in his wins and losses.
Move past it.
Manel Kape has also never been scheduled for a 5-round fight. This is his first 5-round fight, which I thought was shocking because he had a title fight with Kaya Sakura, and that was a 3-round fight.
Yeah, I did not know that they'd be doing that in Ryzen.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Royval can get it done. At least I hope he can. I think he is a great fighter, and I just hope that he doesn't go out there and end up getting knocked out or something early, where he can capitalize on just having the cardio to go 5, put on big pressure, and even if he doesn't finish Manel, just clearly win at least 3 through 5,
Yeah, I get it. And because even with it, it's like even with like going to a decision and like him winning, at least 3 of the rounds, I honestly doubt that it'll be just like, Manel Kape wins 1 and 2. You know what I mean?
Same. But like just giving him like at least 3 rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the thing that I'm just the most worried about for this one is Royval. He has tons of activity. He goes out there, stands in front of his opponents, and throws a whole bunch of punches and a whole bunch of strikes. He lands a lot of good shots, and he can definitely like land some impactful shots. But a lot of it is either it'll be like a spinny shit, a flying knee. You know what I mean? It's like those big strikes where like he lands that big damage, or it's the more accumulation shots that like starts to put on the damage.
Yeah.
Manel Kape easily has the better one-shot power. It's like he doesn't have like the touch of death, just one punch gonna like turn everyone's lights off, but definitely punches way harder than Royval. And I am worried that with Manel Kape being a very good counter striker. He doesn't have to worry about fighting a grappler in this one. It is strictly, I believe, going to be striking in this. Royval can try and mix it up, but Manel Kape has great takedown defense. I'm not sure if he's really going to be able to use that to like a path to victory in any way. But I just wonder if he's going to be able to move on the back foot and just land the big, more impactful shots. And it just not in the same way, and like the numbers, like aren't going to be the same, but like in that Cheeto Rob Font-esque type thing where it's like easily Royval is outlanding Manel Kape every single round, but Kape is just easily landing the more impactful ones and just getting more done throughout it, winning more rounds, or just possibly finding a TKO. So that's what I'm worried about. Because then the other thing that I thought about with looking at it was Manel Kape does move a lot, and he does have good movement. And so I was thinking, who is Royval fought that actually has good movement? The best mover he's probably fought, honestly, is Tim Elliott in his UFC debut. Everyone else that he has fought is much more very plotty, stationary, in your face kind of strikers, or you know what I mean?
Or their movement is forward.
Yeah. And so I just really do wonder of how he is going to deal with that. And there's something that you brought up the other day, and just, we're talking about it again, but they're both southpaws, and they have only fought one other southpaw each in the UFC.
Yeah, because for Brandon Royval, it was Tim Elliott, and for Manel Kape, it was O'Day Osborne.
Yeah. And so it's like, both obviously getting the wins in those ones, but it's just like very different level. Even with both
level styles, everything.
Yeah, because it's like Tim is a much better opponent than O'Day Osborne. You know what I mean? But then it's like Tim is a fucking grappler, O'Day's a striker. Like, it's just very all over the place. So as it's gotten closer, I am just getting real worried that Manel Kape's just going to have this very specific style to just give Brandon Royval tons of problems on the feet.
Oh, yeah, and that's 100%. Like, that's definitely in play. The biggest thing, though, is, like, what is Manel going to come out as? Like, there are multiple Manel Kapes when he steps into that cage. Because he could be, like, the counter striker. He could be the forward aggressor. But also, he could just be the guy who just doesn't do enough. And even, like, when he's, like, trying to throw counters, just not landing, they're not landing effectively. So, like, it just kind of all depends on how he ends up showing up. And I think that is the 100% biggest factor in this fight, is how Manel Kape ends up being in there once he gets there. Because it's just so weird. He could literally come in as anything, and it's just, I'm not going to be shocked.
Well, exactly, but like, because with him showing up differently, I feel like it comes down to his opponents, because he shows up with that, like, that move forward, that aggressivity, those big shots against people like O'Day and Zalg, like, and then even in certain like decisions with like David Dvorak and Asu, where he won, but those were ones where he was still not like, he had like okay activity, but it's not like he was putting out numbers. He was just doing enough to win. But then you get him in front of people like Felipe Dos Santos or Bruno Silva, and again, back to the aggressivity, the numbers, the just going out there and just throwing. You know what I mean? And I feel like, because how we talk about how Rose will show up differently. She shows up based off of her mental, as to where I feel like Manel shows up based off of his opponent. And Royval just feels like that higher level opponent that's coming forward with, like, just a lot of pressure, that I feel like we can easily see him just falling back behind, because that seems to be what happens. He either just keeps up enough pressure to win a fight over certain people, puts it on over the lower level people, or just falls behind the other guys,
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, at least. I want a Royval win, so.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like, Manel Kape definitely... Manel Kape definitely feels like the type of fighter who fights almost sometimes to the level of his competition. I think that's kind of what I'm saying, is like the mental, like, the difference between like the Rose mental and his mental is, Rose's mental is like anxiety and things of that nature, whereas with like Manel Kape, his mental is his arrogance and his like overconfidence in his abilities to win in certain fights.
Yeah, and that's where it's just like, because I feel like I'm just not too worried like about the, like, what Manel Kape that we're gonna get, because I feel like a lot of that comes down to, it's like when he's fighting like a lot of grapplers, and it's like, because I know with like the Pantoja one, like, Pantoja wasn't going out there and grappling, but it's also like Pantoja,
There's the
a
threat
top
still.
guy, he is a grappler and it's his UFC debut, so there's things to that. But then it's like Mateus Nicolau going for takedowns on him. Then it's like, yeah, he gets the 2 first-round finishes, over O'Day and Zalgis. Like David Dvorak goes 3 rounds, only landing 58 significant strikes in that one. Dvorak lands 2 takedowns in that one. Like like Felipe Dos Santos lands 0 takedowns. Manel Kape lands 112 significant strikes over 3 rounds in that one. I feel like Muhammad Makayev, that was just a wild one,
Yeah.
Bruno Silva, a striker, just goes after it. 111 significant strikes in that one. Asu Almabayev, goes into the 3rd round, 2 minutes 16. Gets the finish in that one, but only 61 significant strikes. Like, Asu is a grappler. It's like, I just genuinely do feel like it really comes down to, like, and not necessarily even just like the level, but just the styles of his opponents. And I feel like Royval, he's gonna go right in front of Manel Kape, give him all the opportunities that are possible on the feet. And it's like, I feel like it's really gonna depend on just how the styles clash, and just who's actually better, of it, if it's going to be one person runs over the other, or if we're going to actually get a war between them. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, I feel like no matter what, though, both of them are going to be fucking going after with their strikes, and it's just how it does play out. I don't see Royval standing in front of Manel Kape for an entire round, throwing 80 fucking punches at him, and Manel Kape is just standing there like, I'm attempting 30. You know what I mean?
No,
like, I can't see it.
Not that it's going to be 30, but I guess, like, with like the numbers and everything, because like obviously you're totally right with like the grappling, where that could easily play a part. But even when he's fighting people like a striker or someone that's not like grappling as much, they have not had the pressure that Royval has, so I just wonder how he's going to deal with even just the striking pressure itself, even if they aren't as big of shots. But it's just like, Royval's not going to go out there and in 25 minutes fucking throw anything less than 200 strikes, and well, he's not going to land anything less, you know what I mean, across 25 minutes. Like, bro's going to be landing like that, Manel doesn't do that, and like I said, has never been in or even scheduled for a 5-round fight, that it's like, if he doesn't land that clean shot that just gets Royval out of there, how does he actually handle that? How does he really deal with that pressure? Because Royval is a striker. I don't think he's going to shoot a single on him. But you know what I mean? It's just a different type of pressure now he's going to deal with, or a different type of thinking of like, oh, instead of grappling, but now dude's just throwing 50 strikes at me and it's been a minute and a half. Like,
and that's the other part of it is, one, Brandon Royval's pressure, but 2, like, it is a 25-minute fight. He's never in a 25-minute fight. And so we're going to also see, like, is he going to come out here and potentially, like, for a round, like, he might be trying to also collect data, like, not so much like a Piotr Jan or Marlon Vera, but like, he's going to have to pace himself. So as far as we know, because I don't know what his cardio is going to look like over 25. Like, I know he's got 15-minute, like, he obviously, but 25 minutes is a completely different thing, especially when you're getting pressured back, you're on the back foot. We hear it all the time that that's a completely different thing.
Yeah. And I guess that's where it's just, I guess that's where my nervousness about it comes, because it's like, there are questions for both of them on each side, of how they are going to deal with each other. But I guess with Manel Kape, we've seen a lot of his faults just come from fighting grapplers. So in my head, it's like, he finally has the opportunity to fight someone with like a good style matchup for him, that I just believe that like we are going to get the best and highest level version of him, but it just, like, to your guys' point, where it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, Royval, he does do a lot. He is just an extremely top level fighter, at the end of the day, and it's like, it could end up causing tons of problem for Manel Kape.
And also Manel Kape's not making weight. He's going to have a really bad weight cut. He's going to miss by half a pound, so it's going to be bad, and he has a titty.
But that's also a thing, though. So he's got a titty. He's for sure Jew. Like, that is,
not for nothing, but it's like, he's tested positive in the past. It's not like this would be a new thing for him either. It was, I'm pretty sure it was the Sumadarji fight. Yeah, Sumadarji back in 22. He tested positive and was suspended for a bit. Like,
nice. It's just one of those things where I feel like, it just, I don't know, you get like suspended for something. There could just be any amount of you know what I mean? But it's just like, it's just like,
I mean, it has the specific what he tested positive for,
No, I get it,
Okay,
but
yeah,
like
sorry.
it's just like whether it taints him, whatever, for me, you show up with a titty. That is
undeniable.
like that is worse than a failed drug test to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't like because there is like anything because I know like I feel like it was also around that time there like I don't know exactly the or I think it was Osterine that was like the thing that people were fucking popping all over the place for and like random things. But it's just like it's just like brother, you got a fucking titty like that's. Undeniable. Like that fucking picture that you showed of like his debut to now is absolutely preposterous of so much bigger. And then it's just like even just like in the pecs with both of them you could see that like the other one is still much bigger. And then it's just like bro, just full on gyno in his left one. It's
like you look at the fight poster and it's a
wild.
side view and you can literally see a whole boob. Like
So it's like with that, obviously he's juiced up for this one. So that could obviously help him out and everything like that. And so it's just one of those things where it's like with the weight cut, I wonder if it's like because obviously he's just probably has more muscle on. So it's one of those things of more muscle, you could draw more water. So it's just like with him being bigger, it could just be the full advantage of it and not just like, oh, he's too big and can't make it. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, like I don't like, bro. If Manel Kape goes out there and like knocks out Royval in the first round,
it's gonna get overturned. Nah, I won't.
You gotta suspend him.
Yeah,
like you can't give him shit off of that, man. That's crazy. First round knockout with a titty.
First round knock. God damn.
Like that's that's his fucking. It's his left tit too. So he's just been slamming those fucking straight lefts into the fucking bag all fucking camp, just ripping it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yeah, so Brandon Royval, Manel Kape should be a very fun striking main event. Very solid one for the Apex, 100%.
Yeah.
But we gonna get I mean, Brandon Royval in his loss in the last one to Joshua Van landed the most significant strikes out of any one of his fights, and that was a 3-rounder. Do you think he possibly goes out there and lands the most significant strikes of his career if he doesn't get finished in the first 3?
Good chance.
Yeah.
But I will say that it's like if it is one of those things where Manel maybe falls back a bit because the pressure is too much, I don't think he'll have to. It might be around the ballpark of the Joshua Van fight, maybe right under, maybe a little over where he does obviously pass it, but you know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. It's like if Manel starts to fall back, like I feel like Royval only amps it up in an attempt for a finish.
That's
you know
fair.
What I mean?
That's
and
also
if he
fair.
doesn't get a finish, then it's like because I feel like especially after that Van one, like I feel like this motherfucker's probably gonna come out guns a-blazing, ready to go.
Yeah,
and it's like
fair.
It's like, bro, it's so insane of just like with the numbers, and it's just like taken down 6 times by Tyra, 3 takedowns of his own, still landing 124 fucking significant strikes. 3 takedowns, Moreno landed on him, 145 significant strikes landed still. 8 takedowns by Pantoja, 111 significant strikes still. Like, just if this motherfucker's on the feet, he's throwing punches and he's fucking landing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
No,
So yeah, super interesting. Very excited. I am getting worried and just think that Kape is like has a good chance to get it done. I'm not surprised he's the favorite, but to your point, -250 is fucking wild.
That was the thing, was how big of a favorite. If they had him at like just a fucking like a -150, a -120 type shit, I'd be like, damn, my boy. But I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like bro, 2.5 to 1. Like
yeah.
That's
bit
crazy.
wild. Bit wild.
Moving on down though to the co-main event. Very surprising matchmaking here. Super intriguing fight. And I have no doubt that this is going to be exciting to watch. And mainly that is because of one Mr. Kevin Vallejos.
Yeah.
This dude, 24 years old, 16-1 in his overall career, 2-0 in the UFC. He fucking goes for it. Forward pressure, bombs on the feet, insane striking and power. It is an absolute pleasure to watch from a young buck in the 145-pound division. 145 is a division where we have so many good fighters, but not a lot of people that really go out there and stand out and really make themselves a name and assert themselves in the division. He has a great opportunity in front of him at 24 years of age against the 37-year-old Giga Chikadze. Believe he's ranked back in the fucking top 15 again.
Number 15.
Yep.
Crazy. 2-fight losing streak though to Arnie Allen and David Onama. No, not bad losses there at all. But clearly a step back from where he was at his peak.
Yes.
I was about to.
How are you guys feeling?
He got re-ranked after Holloway and Ilya both left the division. And then Volk became champion, so he moved up, and then that just had to move people in. So
fair.
I get it.
But with this fight, like you said, this is just going to be an exciting fight. Like the striking in this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm just, with you talking about Kevin Vallejos, like just only 2-0 in the UFC and getting this fight. And I feel like the reason why they're doing this is because his one loss in his career is to Jean Silva on the Contender Series. Yep. Jean Silva did not finish him. They just had a great back and forth fight. I'm pretty sure it was a 29-28. So he even got like one of the rounds on the judges. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like there's a backstory there to two young, great, exciting fighters that you beat Giga, skyrocket you into these big fights. And I hate that for him.
Yeah, you're telling me that they're willing to push a fighter that's very young too early in hopes for a big fight with a big time fight with another star?
About this being like, the fight of his life or whatever the fuck you said about
this.
Yeah. And it's like, but also I hate, it's gonna be fun. I think he can even win this fight, but I still don't think that he's ready to be in this position. You know what I mean?
No, that's very fair.
It's like, and it sucks because it's like, with Giga, it's like he's 37 years old. Like you said, 2-fight losing streak. It's not terrible, but he's clearly declining. His wins and losses, they kind of just don't match up. His wins are just not anything at this point, with his last win being over Alex Caceres, who's also old and not in the UFC. And that was 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. That was August of 23. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then we're going back to August of 21 over Barboza and Cub Swanson. Like, his wins are not relevant anymore.
That is kind of crazy. Just at this point, his three best wins really are just fucking old men.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like his wins aren't relevant. So it's like, yes, other than there being a huge height difference and reach difference, that maybe Giga can just be the better fighter and stay on the back foot and just keep him back or whatever, which I don't think he can. I see him losing this fight for sure, but it's only rough fights from here up, especially the way that they're going to match make someone like him who's just super exciting,
Yeah.
And it's like Jean Silva is only number 11. So he wins this fight and that could easily be his next fight again,
Yeah. Well, no, I get it.
Was Jean Silva fighting Arnold Allen? So that's already booked up. So he could. So Jean Silva wins that fight. He's going to be up in the top 5, top 6 range. But someone right above Jean Silva, Josh Emmett, completely live.
It's like Josh Emmett, Brian Ortega's not going to fight, but then it's right there is Steve Garcia. You know what I mean? It's there's just definitely a lot of super rough fights for him to be in at 24 years old and not a lot of UFC experience.
Number 13, Danny Gay.
Yeah. Even his regional experience is some real regional ass shit with a lot of people that have negative records. So 16 wins and 1 loss is great, but when you're fighting guys that are 7-14, 1-5, 6-8, when you are 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, that's not great.
Yeah.
So the one thing that I will say though, with just saying if he goes out there and wins, you just you don't think that he's ready to, to be in there and for these opportunities. I do think that it depends for me on how Giga looks in there against him and how Kevin Vallejos is able to go out there and beat him. Because if it's if Giga just looks like a complete shell of himself, barely throwing anything and just does not look good, and Kevin looks like he's beating him strictly based off of just pure volume, activity, and aggressiveness, I 100% agree. It should not be a step up from there. But if Giga's looking good, if his strikes are looking sharp, if he's looking, pretty on point, and Kevin is able to go out there, keep the pressure on him, work his way through those dangerous long-range attacks, and still land the meaningful shots over him, even get a finish or just win over 15, then it's just there is definitely the potential. He looks very impressive where I will believe in him to fight some of these people ahead of him.
That
to
is
the point
very
of like
fair.
the Jean Silva, a Josh Emmett, a fucking Steve Garcia, still probably too high up there, but still someone in that.
like Ginger brought up or someone. Yeah, that is very fair because like that changes everything. Because for me, it's not necessarily his age as much as the UFC experience. Because we have Tyra and Joshua Van, for instance, young guys up at the top, but like they have multiple fights in the UFC. They have proven themselves. They have done certain things. You know, they
7+ fights. It's
exactly. They weren't. Hey, here's your third fight. Here's top 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, both the guys you just mentioned are both at flyweight, which is a more shallow division of the featherweight. It allows for opportunities to go up into the top 15 a lot sooner in their careers than a 145, which is actually insane that he's getting this opportunity so soon into his career. But he has been.
You got people like Kape that are on like a 6-fight winning streak and can't get themselves a ranking.
No, yeah, and Kape. Ooh, that would have been a good fight between him and Kevin. Oh, that. Yeah,
but you know what I mean? Just as an example of people, they go on these streaks, but here's Kevin 2-0. Here you go. And it's like, if he looks good, like you said, all that, then yes. But if it's just wild, I'm going to be so scared for him.
Oh, yeah. If it's wild, then, or if it's something like Kevin Vallejos wins, but it's like a split decision, I easily see them being like, okay, let's try and, like, he's going to get ranked, but then it's like, all right, well, it's going to be more of a defend your spot type situation. We need to see where you're actually at. We need to get, so we're going to give you someone like, I mean, hell, I can see them giving a Pat Sabatini.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Which way, like, yeah, especially with that kind of when he should be in that position because he's so fucking young. There's no reason to rush him like that, especially in a division like 145. Like you said, it's more stacked. And so it's like to the point where it's more stacked than 125. So it's easier to kind of bounce up at 125 faster. But to even the point of like Van and Tyra had all of these fights before even getting there, even though a division that needed that push much more than a fucking random 24-year-old with 2 fights fighting a top 15 dude at 145. And it's just like, to get pushed, like you said, if he doesn't have like the greatest win or whatever here, or like, you know, you see big clear flaws, and now you're gonna book him against fucking Steve Garcia, someone who has the same like height advantages and stuff that fucking Giga Chikadze does over him, but he's young and aggressive and going to like that. I don't care that you went 3 rounds with Jean Silva on the Contender Series. Steve Garcia is gonna beat your ass fucking down, bro. Like that's gonna not be good. I don't think you make it out of there okay after 15 minutes. Like I don't think you make 15 minutes. Like
let's just hope if he doesn't look great that because that would be 15-8. So you know what I mean? That even if they do fight him up, let's just hope that they would keep him back to like a Dan Ige or something, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is obviously still a dangerous fight and all of that, but like way less dangerous, obviously, you know, like.
No, yeah, but Dan Ige still does have that kind of one-shot power at times. Like he's able to land that one shot and put people down. So it kind of all
That's
depends.
why I'm like, I know it's dangerous, but let's not jump him for 15-8. You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, depending on how he wins, like they could easily just have him fight someone else who's unranked and just have him fight someone like that. Hell, someone else on this card, either, you know, he could end up finding the winner if it's like a close split decision. He could fight the winner of Morgan Charrier versus Belkazal Acosta.
I'm excited for that fight.
Yeah.
And that is a good fight. But like that's just what I'm saying though, is like it could easily become one of those situations where depending on how he looks, he's either getting bumped up or he's gonna probably fight either like someone around that just right outside those rankings, maybe up to 13 at Danny Ige. They might have him fight 14 at David Onama.
Yep. No, yeah, 100%. And I do feel like, especially with not a great win, someone that might be more grappling heavy or something would probably be better for him in that division as well.
Yeah. Because that's something we haven't really seen either.
Well, because what? It was Danny Silva got 1 for 9 takedowns on him, I think. So it's like, I know obviously Danny is not like some fucking hot wrestling prospect or anything like that, but obviously showed very solid takedown defense in that one.
No, yeah, it's just someone like that versus like Costa or
Melky
like
so
or Pat Sabatini, like I brought up earlier. Pat Sabatini is a completely different animal than Danny Silva.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's like there's definitely the path, the timeline here where Kevin Vallejos walks out with the win, and it's like, yeah, that's nice, but we're just real scared for him and his future. But I really hope that he goes out there,
Yeah.
looks amazing, gets a great fucking signature win in his career right now over a former top guy in Giga Chikadze and still ranked number 15. And yeah, is just able to look forward to good fun fights for him at only 24 years of age.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Definitely a lot of good stuff ahead of him if he looks good here. I mean, shit, even if he doesn't, so much time to grow. So just a
Exactly.
lot
Oh, yeah.
of good stuff out of Kevin.
Yeah, that's where it's just is so many times where it's just, yup, exciting fighter, especially a fucking young striker, and the UFC just absolutely fucks them with the matchmaking and their careers destroyed, you know? So it's just,
Yeah.
and he's just that kind of fighter that could too easily happen. Too exciting, too much pressure, too, like,
Yeah.
But let's go. Hopefully he gets a good win there. That'd be nice. It would suck for Giga to go on a 3-fight losing streak after all this time, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's one of those things of,
It's one of those things
the
where
division's moved on, you know?
the division's moved on. He's 37 years old. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He missed weigh-ins last one. Missed by
Forgot
a
about that one,
pound,
yeah.
but
No, yeah. But the last pound's always the hardest.
no, exactly, and that's kind of one of those things. And then I do remember when he came in with a lot of hype. Like it just I feel like the division moved on when he lost to Calvin Kattar. When Calvin Kattar came back with his Max Holloway elbows.
Yeah.
I remember that. How that was. That was the last time I felt great being a fan.
It's been a little bit rough
Kattar.
for Kattar, but it's all good. It is what it is, you know?
That was his
But
last
yeah,
win.
Yeah, that is fucking sad. But yeah, man, it's I do think Kevin has it in him to go out there and get it done.
No,
Let's
he
go.
should.
And it's, again, another minus 250 favorite. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a little much. I understand it because of the 2-fight losing streak, missing weight, being a 13-year age difference. There are factors.
Mm-hmm. What are you laughing at? What did you just see?
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the next fight stats.
Oh, golly, gosh.
Oh,
Next
I need
fight.
to look at that.
Because speaking of 37-year-old Cesar
Hold up,
Almeida,
let me look.
middleweight division,
Don't
taking on
say
Taking
anything.
on Cesare Olajeszuk, bro.
Yeah.
His strikes landed per minute 28.33 with 100% striking accuracy. So
That's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so that Contender Series fight that he had is 17 of 17, 27 of 27.
Yeah.
Every strike fucking landed and it only lasted 36 seconds.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking
and the
amazing.
guy landed 0 of 3, so he also has 100% striking defense.
Oh my goodness, it's higher.
Incredible.
It's higher. Oh,
But then everything else is 0, which is funny. You know, takedown average, takedown accuracy, strikes absorbed, sub average, 0 across the board. But the striking,
damn, I don't even remember this dude's name. It was the Contender Series guy that just got like the knockout real quick.
yeah, it's really funny that you
Yeah.
didn't save his name. So now it's just a random career statistics of whoever.
Yeah, because I was blown away that the strikes landed per minute were 20.95. I was like, oh my goodness, that's the most I've ever seen. You said 28?
0.33, yeah.
Oh my
With
goodness.
100%
Yeah, that's
accuracy.
that's the
That-
craziest part about it.
Yeah, that part
Mhm.
is actually just insane.
Yeah, no.
Oh my
That's
golly gosh.
hilarious.
Anyway, to the actual fight though.
I can only assume that he's gonna put on the most spectacular beatdown I've ever seen in my life based off these stats.
Oh no, Cesar Almeida is someone who's he you can crack his shin. Like he's got knocked down before he got knocked down by
Abdul and Roman.
Abdul, yeah. But like with the Abdul one, he then came back and just knocked him stiff.
Well, so that's
So-
what I was gonna say with Cesar is that as a 37-year-old with only 8 fights in MMA and was a career kickboxer,
Mhm.
he's very much a kickboxer and he
Yes.
very much relies on big power. Olajeszuk has never been knocked out and he is seemingly more well-rounded as like an actual MMA fighter opposed
Yeah.
to just like a stand-up whatever. He has a lot of knockouts himself. He has a couple of subs. Like he's been to a decision 7 times, 5 and
Yep.
2 in them, you know? So it's like we also know he has the cardio because I'm fucking up because I know it was the Dylan Bucka. He slowed down, not Cesar. That was the one. I just knew there was a fight
Yeah.
where somebody slowed down tremendously, and I was mixing up if that was Cesar with the bad cardio. It was not. But I just still feel like I say
Cesar.
Olejniczuk, he's probably going to be able to get it done, in my opinion.
I mean, I think he should be able to get it done. It's just one of those things where I'm not going to count out Cesar Almeida. He's got the power. If anyone's going to have the power, he's going to have the power to be able to knock out someone like an Olejniczuk. Like, you just know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I get it.
So it's just one of those things where this is going to more than likely be a kickbox fight, just because I don't know how Olejniczuk was getting those submissions, if he was taking people down or if he was getting taken down and he was saying reversals, things of that nature. So this all kind of depends. Because he could be knocking people down with a left, right, or whatever, and then following up with an opportunistic sub. Like, we just don't know the
his two submissions are a Bravo choke and an Anaconda choke.
I'd say both headlock positions, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so potential takedown, defense from takedown, things of that nature. So
Cesar's not going to shoot. He's never shot a takedown.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, I wasn't thinking about the submission threat, just because.
Yeah.
No matter what, even like looking at it, seeing like, oh, how could he have got these submissions? You can get those submissions by taking someone down, laying on top, and then turning into your guard or whatever. So it's just like, without actually seeing how he did it, up in the air, whatever. We'll find out night of the fight if he's going to go in for takedowns or not. But I feel like this is going to be a stand-up affair as well. And you just can't count out someone who's had a whole kickboxing career out when it comes to just if it's going to be mainly stand-up.
No, yeah, that's definitely fair. I guess I'm just leaning the 25-year-old MMA fighter over the 37-year-old kickboxer, you know? And the oddsmaker have him at the favorite too, and so with not knowing much about Olejniczuk, I'll trust that.
But but it's not a huge favorite. It's a -150 to a +110.
That's what I said. It wasn't a big favorite.
No, yeah, I get it, because it's like he looks like he's much better than his brother Michel.
Yes,
and I have been pretty unimpressed overall with Cesar Almeida's overall ability and like how he looks in there, because it's like, like he is a good kickboxer, like he does have that power, but it's just like, it's that thing of like the kickboxer in MMA, and I feel like all I can ever remember about his fights is that he's always fucking clinching on the cage. Like, I feel like his fights always fucking end up there. And because he just is looking for the counter strike and he just gets backed up, and then they just end up clinching on the cage. And I'm just like, to your point of just 25-year-old versus the 37-year-old, Olejniczuk is taller, he's longer. I feel like he just goes out there and gets it done. I don't believe in Cesar Almeida.
Yeah.
Like, if you ask me right now who's winning, I'm going to say Olejniczuk's probably going to win. But I feel like that Cesar is a live dog.
I get it. Like, you are right. You can't, like, count him out.
Do you want to know?
I am counting him out. Like, I am saying that.
But I was just going to say, like, the reason why I'm counting him out is specifically in his UFC run. His only 2 knockouts are over Abdulrazak Alhassan 4 minutes into the first round, which everybody should do that, because he's got 30 seconds to knock you out, and that's it. And he almost fucking did. And then Dylan Budka, who I clearly remember the first round, he went out there, he clinched him, trying to take him down on, well, not really clinched, because it was more like he was trying to go for the double, but had him on the cage for almost the entire fight. Gassed himself. He could not breathe. And so Cesar got out of there, a man that was physically incapable of fighting any longer. It wasn't even about like having big power and dropping him and all of this. Dylan went for a fucking takedown and failed, and he just fucking, like, you know what I mean? Just blasted him to bits. Like, he was exhausted. But he went to a decision with Lucas Fernando. He took fucking Ihor Potieria to a decision and then lost the decision to Roman Kopylov, which there's no shame in that. But specifically, like, not even knocking out Ihor, I'm like, unimpressed. You knocked out who you should, and you're going to decision with someone you also should have knocked out. So, failure.
To be fair, Ihor Potieria did shoot 8 takedowns in that fight. He only got 3.
You shouldn't have let him shoot that many takedowns. I'm sorry, but I'm just on, like, I'm sorry, he's 2-6 in the UFC, and he's been knocked out 5 times, and you didn't knock him out. I'm not believing in your one-shot KO power. That's all I'm saying.
He's the only one to beat him by decision.
Who?
Because you said that.
No, Cesar beat Ihor.
Yeah, because like you said,
he's the only one
Pacquiao's
to
2-6
beat
in
him
the
by
UFC,
decision.
been knocked out 5
Oh,
times.
yes.
So so Cesar's the only one beating him by decision. Like,
yes.
Yeah, that's awful.
Oh well, no. In the UFC, he's been knocked out 4 times. He was subbed once, but yes, he was still the only
Okay.
person to take him to a decision.
That's it.
Because Michel Pereira got the standing gilly over him 54 seconds into the first round after blasting him to bits immediately. So that's why I'm just like, bro.
That's
He just goes out there and knocks out Odysseus in the first round.
I was about to say,
bro, 1-1-1 in 1 no contest. Adolfo Bellato finished him.
That's an insane record.
Yeah. I just had to, because I checked Nikolai Negamarianu's record real quick, but he's 4-2, so I was like, okay, that's not bad enough to bring up. So then I went to Adolfo Bellato. I was like, I don't think he's doing good.
Yeah,
and I forgot how incredible that was.
Knocks out Ihor, goes to a draw with Jimmy, goes to a no contest with Paul Craig, and loses the decision to Navajo Sterling.
The most incredible UFC run ever. UFC never let him fight again. Unless you're gonna rig it where he goes 1-1-1-1 no contest again. So then he could be 2-2-2-2 no contest. But yeah, you got knocked out by that guy. Yeah, that's rougheroni.
Yeah.
So anyway, should be fun.
Yeah. For sure. I definitely do believe that it's gonna be fun. But let's go. Moving on down to the next fight. Another fight at 145 pounds. We mentioned it before. Morgan Charrier taking on Melquizael Costa.
Yeah.
The potential top 15 opponent for the winner here?
Bro,
Potentially.
They should. In my opinion, like I feel like Melquizael is going to get this done.
I agree with that as well.
Like, Morgan definitely can land some good punches, you know?
Yes.
But I just don't know if he's going to find the shot. I feel like Melky is going to go out there, put it on him, and probably fucking like sub him or some shit within like 2 rounds. That's like, and if he doesn't sub him, then I feel like he's just going to win a very solid decision over someone like Morgan, who is just too patient.
Yeah. No, and I can see the decision. The sub, it gets hard because Costa takedown accuracy of 38%. Morgan Charrier having an 83% takedown defense. Like, it's just going to be hard. Morgan does have pretty good takedown defense, so it's just going to be one of those things, you know what I mean?
No, for sure, but I mean, even the way that he gillied Andre Fili just like immediately, it's like Morgan will shoot for a takedown and Costa will be opportunistic even with like the front chokes and shit. It's like, I just feel like Costa is gonna be the better fighter. I really do. He's been looking so good since he's moved down to featherweight. He's on a 4-fight winning streak since moving down. You know, it's like, and he just has the activity and the skill to get it done. That's where it's like, I think that Morgan is a good fighter, but we talk about it every time he fights where it's like, he will just follow a pace too much. Yeah, he will just sit there and not take advantage of what's in front of him. And it's why he's been losing like the certain decisions. It's like, it's just crazy. Like, he has 5 wins by decision, 10 losses by decision. 10 of those losses, like in the decision department, are split fucking decisions. He's also won 3 split decisions. Like, the majority of his decisions are not unanimous because he just leaves it up in the air way too much.
I love I love how it's 1 unanimous decision win, 3 split majority wins, 1 other decision.
Yeah. But yeah, it just like, to all of the things that you said, it's just like, with how how good Melky has been looking at 145 pounds, it's like Morgan is fighting someone that is a good striker, a very good grappler, someone that is going to go after it. He tends to, like, to your point of just like not do enough a lot. And then he's also at a negative striking differential. It's like, I just thoroughly believe that Melky Costa is just the better fighter, and he's going to go out there and prove that 100%. It's just like Morgan Charrier is not bad at all. I do think that he is a good fighter, but Melky is someone that should be in the top 15, and it's just one of those things with you saying of like, oh, Giga again put in just, oh, because these people left. It's like, I know there are people that it's like they haven't had some big signature win to like, necessarily put them there, but there are plenty of people and that's outside of the top 15 at 145 easily should be ranked instead of Giga. You know what I
the
mean?
people
Like,
we were saying were like Costa, Pat Sabatini, Chepe Mariscal before he lost to Pat Sabatini.
yeah, like there's
Trust me, I get it. Like we've talked about it before. Like they should have been the ones at 15, not Giga Chikadze. Giga Chikadze again hasn't won a fight in 2 years.
yeah.
Like the whole Brian Ortega situation, he should have. It's like this dude's in the rankings. He's barely fighting.
Yeah.
The Colby Covington thing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I do understand
Melky.
what you guys are saying. With the Morgan shooting takedown things, I feel like he's gonna be when he does shoot takedowns, there's a decent amount of time where he does it like more opportunistically, where he's shooting in while you're striking, so you don't have as good of a chance of defending the takedown. He's not just shooting out at distance usually.
Yeah, I don't, especially in this matchup against Costa.
Yeah,
like,
I
it would
highly
be
doubt he
absolutely
shoots.
foolish for him to shoot a takedown on him. Like that would.
I mean,
that would be like if he shoots a takedown, instant like, wow, what a low IQ moment.
the thing is that like he shoots in every single one of his fights.
Yeah.
The only fight he didn't shoot in was his first fight where he got the knockout in the first round. He has shot on every single one of his opponents. He's gotten takedowns in every single one of his fights. Like that's why I just feel like he's going to, because it seems to just be a part of his fighting game. You know what I mean? Like he hardly just stays on the feet.
I get it. It just like it's just one of those things where like I know he does, but it's like Costa is just such a better grappler than any one of these guys, and especially in terms of just like being a submission threat. That's where it's just like I know like he does do it, but it's just a matchup thing. You know what I mean? Like just it would just be such low IQ, and it's like to the point where I still just think that Costa's just the better fighter, and it's like. I feel like, and if he shoots a takedown, that'll just only show why he is a better fighter.
And like I said, I think it's if he is shooting like a lot, there's a decent amount of time where he's doing it opportunistically, where the guy is striking, and so they already have one hand out. He's able to get under and all that stuff, so it makes it harder to grab onto like opportunistic subs in that way of like guillotines, ninjas, things of that nature.
Yes, very true. Well, let's go, Melky. Continue that win streak. Keep on looking good, and hopefully gets himself a top 15 ranking afterwards.
Yeah, no, when you said like whenever this gets top 15 fight, I'm like, Costa probably does. Morgan has literally been win, loss, win, loss.
Yeah.
Win. Like it's been very back and forth for him. So I don't know if
but
he wins if he were to get it.
Hey, Kevin Vallejo's 2-0 in the UFC fight, and top 15 fighter Morgan Charret.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I get it.
Is from France, so is anything can happen, and this would be a very good win for him if he got it done, especially in spectacular fashion.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go. Moving on down, 2 more fights on the main card. The next one, Kate's favorite, and I know she's thoroughly excited for this one. She definitely should be. I don't know how exactly you're particularly feeling about this specific heavyweight fight, but Kennedy Nzechukwu taking on Marcus Buchecha. I'm excited for this one. How are you feeling about this?
Oh, I hate it.
Oh my goodness, why? What could you possibly hate about this heavyweight fight? Please explain.
I will.
Yes.
It could potentially be exciting, where Kennedy could go out there and knock the shit out of Buchecha.
Yeah.
But if that doesn't happen, oh god. Maybe a late sub or something for Buchecha. But
sub.
I'm sorry, but like he just doesn't look impressive in MMA.
I get it.
He does not.
But Kennedy also just got 54-second heel hooked by Walter Walker.
That's fair.
I get it that Walter's a better MMA fighter.
But like, okay, even Walter said that he wouldn't be able to do that again because he kind of just went for it. And I don't think Buchecha is just going to go out there and roll for it. I'm not sure either of those men were expecting, like Walter wasn't expecting to do what he did. And Kennedy was not expecting that. Like that was definitely like, you know what I mean? Obviously it happened. Like that's crazy. Yeah. But like, I just don't think that Buchecha is going to do some shit like that.
True. But it's just in my head, you got heel hooked by Walter Walker. Marcus Buchecha should be able to submit you.
That's fair.
That's fair.
But you know
But
what? I
this
guess
man
I'll say this: if
also,
it's not a first round knockout and/or sub, it's shit. It's dog shit. Like
yes,
every heavyweight fight ever.
I, dog.
I think that this is going to end in finish no matter what. And I think that's going to be exciting. I don't
Yeah,
think that
I could be
necessarily
wrong.
happens.
Like
Happens
it
to
could
happen in the
potentially
first.
happen, but
I
I'm just
definitely,
not hyped on Buchecha.
yeah.
I'm just excited for this one because I do thoroughly think that no matter what, it's Kennedy knockout Buchecha by sub. And
That's fair.
so,
Kennedy's not going to let this go to a decision in the sense that he's going to kill or die.
yeah, like it's just, yeah. Like I just feel like this ends in spectacular fashion.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
fair.
like even if we get some slop in between, it's heavyweight. You gotta expect some slop, but you find the fun in the slop. I do, but I'm excited for this one. It's gonna end in something.
I like fun slop,
Yeah,
not I'm laying on top of you because I'm tired slop.
sometimes it's funny.
No, it's not.
I
Makes me
think
want to
so.
go to sleep.
Let's go.
But say
You know, not the most to talk about there. Just this heavyweight
Yeah.
slop. You know, it's gonna be fun.
I feel like, yeah, no. Honestly, I don't think I see this going any other way than a Kennedy win.
I do think more than likely Kennedy probably knocks him out. But it's just like I don't believe in Kennedy, so I just wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah, but
Buchecha
I don't
instantly
believe
takes him
in
down in something.
Buchecha's takedown.
I mean, neither
Takedowns.
do I, but it's
I think Kennedy's gonna be able to defend every single one of them, and he's just gonna beat the
maybe.
fuck out of Buchecha for however long it takes to finish him.
Maybe. That's possible. Someone's getting fucked up. That's all I know. Let's go. And then a surprise one
Yeah.
getting thrown at us out of nowhere. We've known King Green was going to be on this card. He's been fighting TBD for quite a while, but it turns out it's Lance Gibson Jr. Coming in from Bellator.
Yep.
Well, he had a couple of fights outside of Bellator.
Yeah, but that was just the main promotion.
Yeah, but
He's 5-1 in Bellator, so he was 4-0 outside of it. Like it, that's the main.
It's just one of those things. Like got King Green on the card, so it's
Yep.
probably gonna be a fun fight. But
Someone's getting knocked out in the first round. That's
yeah,
what it
it's just I'm worried
Lance is
about
either going to be a shit fuck fighter and get knocked the fuck out because he probably shouldn't be in here, or Bobby Green's going to get knocked out because he's old and been knocked out too many times.
Yeah, it's crazy that the last time Bobby Green lost by a decision was back in 2021 by Fiziev.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Especially considering the opponent that was Fiziev as well.
Yep. This is losses since then. First round sub to Islam makes sense. Second round knockout Drew Dober doesn't make sense.
First round sub to Islam.
Sorry.
First round ground and pound.
Yeah, my bad. First round punches by Jalen Turner. That one was awful.
Yep.
And then the first round sub by Patty, and then the first round knockout by Rufy.
Yeah.
Just been getting finished mainly in the first round.
Harry Hatley, that's who the referee was. Okay.
For Turner?
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so it's getting finished in all of his losses in the last basically 5 years, and most of them in the first round.
Yeah.
Only one being the second round, Drew Dober.
It's like, dude's almost 40 years old at 155. Of course, that's what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just like, I mean, it's like his wins throughout there. It's not like he's getting like bad wins either, you know. Like beat fucking Allen November 21 after the Fiziev loss, beat Nasrat, beat T Ferg, which you know that is what it is. Beat Grant Dawson, which is a fucking great win overall. And then the win over Jim Miller. So it's like, you know, getting very solid wins, but it's like
that's why I'm not necessarily counting him out here because it's like Lance Gibson is 30 years old. He's 9-1. His one loss is a first round knockout from a power jab to ground and pound, where that's something that Bobby Green could, like, you know what I mean? That's a replicatable knockout for sure. Like he could definitely knock this guy out if that's the case. And then it's like, yes, he was in Bellator, but Bellator, we know the way they'll give people matchups. And that's definitely what happened with this dude. Like some of them, I guess, okay, but it's like, you're fighting dudes that are 2-2, fucking 15-12. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not that great. And obviously that's not all of them. And then you leave Bellator and your next fight is a guy that's 19 and 42.
I didn't see that.
It's just like,
like
he doesn't have fantastic wins, you know?
I mean, because like with the Bellator, like because I know with those two, but it's like with having 6 fights in
That's what
Bellator,
I'm saying.
like
They're not all bad. Like he
yeah,
does
like
have
the
some good
majority of
ones.
them are good records. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I feel like that's because it's like at 2-0 fighting someone 2-2, it's kind of whatever. But then 3-0, 6-2, 4-0, 9-4, 5-0, 4-2. Then yeah, the 15-12 one obviously not good. But then yeah, loses to the 7-2. But it's like 6 fights and 4 of the fighters have good records. You know what I mean? Like that's not bad.
I was about to say the
Yeah, but the guy that he beat that was 9-4, he was out for years, and this was his comeback fight, and you know.
I gotcha, but you know, I'm just
But you know what I mean? Like that's where I'm saying that it's like even if the records don't show it, it's like Bellator definitely just matches people in ways that they can
But-
win. The guy that he beat that was fucking back in 2019 that was 6-2, that was his last fight. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't fought since then. It's like it just feels like yeah, even though the records aren't bad, that doesn't mean the fighters are good.
no, for sure.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's just saying like like Bellator was definitely like partially a major promotion, partially a regional promotion, and that's kind of just what they were doing with like a lot of younger fighters. Because when you come in 2-0, like yeah, they're gonna give you some lower
but that's
level
kind of the
guys,
point
but
that
that's
kind of the point that I was making is that like with you, we're talking about like he's 5-1 in Bellator, so the majority of his fights are in Bellator, but it's like the more regional side of Bellator, not the high level side.
Yeah.
So for the fights that he has going into someone like Bobby Green could easily knock this guy the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I was getting at.
No,
with it.
yeah,
no,
sure.
yeah.
Like I get it. It was just like with like it like for sure on the lower side of Bellator, but not like it's not the worst side of Bellator.
No,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yes.
That's like the that's
But
where
then
it's
it was like looking at the one like right after leaving Bellator and then 19
no,
and
yeah, that is
42. Like,
fucking
that's
that is
I was about to say,
terrible. No,
that
that's not
dude-
terrible. That is incredible.
Yeah. That dude is currently, by the way, 21-48 and fights this Saturday.
Oh my goodness, where can we watch it?
He's fighting a Fusion
Actually, we
Fight
probably
League.
shouldn't. That might just be sad. That might just be sad.
Oh
Even if we
wow,
could
it's
watch it.
on a Fusion Fight League on an event called Fusion Fight League Seasons Beatings.
Yep. Someone's getting beat.
There's no broadcast that it shows me.
Yo, that's fucked up to be having a guy like that on a card called Seasons being like, you know what you're doing. You're just bringing people in to get fucked up.
Bro, he
for them.
was positive at a point.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Ricky Glenn
Wait,
brought
hold
him
up.
to even at 8-8.
I now think I know why it's called Seasons Beatings. It's not just MMA fights. There's some bare knuckle boxing on the card. There's apparently a Muay Thai fight somewhere on this card.
Wait, this guy lost to Bobby Green too.
Wait, what?
The guy that's 19-42?
There's a bunch of boxing.
He lost to him when he was
He lost
positive.
to T-Rex.
Oh wow, he did lose to T-Rex.
Yeah, but back in 2011, when
Ricky
dude was
Simone?
7-4, he had a positive record and King Green fucking beat him.
I'm sorry, I'm still getting there. I'm just looking at all the names.
Yeah,
you're good. I
Ricky
was
Glenn.
working from
He
the
lost to
bottom.
Ricky Glenn as well.
Yeah, and Ricky Simone, T-Rex, King Green. Yeah.
Huh.
That's really funny.
Wait, he lost to Michael Chiesa in his first ever amateur fight.
That's incredible.
Holy shit. Back in 2008.
Bro, I love MMA records. Anyway, let's get off of chair in Spain.
That got me so wrapped up. Not gonna lie, kind of just even forgot that it's just like, oh yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Oh yeah, we're doing a
for
podcast.
UFC Fortnite. Yeah, that's what happens when we look at Tapology when we're just hanging out and like that's
Yeah,
just, Bellator brings you beautiful places. And I know that I was in Bellator, but it's a Bellator fighter that got us there. So hey,
exactly.
yeah, let's go King Green. First round knockout. Let's get it. 160-pound catch weight. Yeah, that's the main card though.
Yeah,
Give me a double
got a couple good
knockout.
fights on the prelims.
You said double knockout?
Why not?
I'm gonna see Bobby Green get knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's
man.
see him get a win.
Yeah. But yeah, Very good fights on the main card. Very solid overall.
Yep.
On the prelims, we got some very solid fights
A
as
lot
well.
of debuting fights.
Yeah, there's so many
Yes.
places to go. And there's a lot of fun things to go with, but there's only one place to start with. No matter what, hands down, this motherfucker. He's getting his opportunity. 28-1. Yaroslav Amosov, former Bellator champion at 170 pounds, making his UFC debut so longly awaited
Wow.
at 32 years old. Does kind of suck that he's that old at this point, but we got a couple solid years of him for sure.
Yeah.
170 just got more stacked, taking on Neil Magny. Let's fucking go. How you guys feeling about this?
He is a minus 335 favorite.
Yeah, that makes what the
I was gonna say that makes a lot of sense.
I get
brother,
it.
he's good. Do you remember the fucking clip of fucking Charles Bennett picking up the motherfucker sideways, doing the fucking peace sign, and spinning around and slamming him in the cage? That's what's gonna fucking happen to Neil Magny here. That is how dominant he's gonna fucking destroy him in the grappling. It's not even close.
That throw me off because usually, like, there are times where that Vegas does not give Bellator guys great odds when they come over.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's one of those things where it's like he's fucking Ukrainian, he's got fucking incredible grappling, it's that
He's
style,
younger.
you know what I mean? Like it's fucking I feel like they understand that style and the grappling and how effective it is. Bro, he's gonna destroy Neil Magny.
Yeah.
Not even close. It's like this is a very good fight for him to come into the UFC to really show his skill set and everything. But it's like we gotta see the good shit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He wins here. You know who he should fight next?
Who?
Sean Brady. I know Sean Brady is obviously talking about possibly going down 155.
But like assuming he stays.
But he said that, it depends on who they offer him at 170 pounds. He gets offered a grappler. He might go ahead and take that. I would fucking love to see Sean Brady versus Yaroslav Amosov. Fucking let's go.
Yeah, that would be a lot
of fun.
No,
that'd be fun.
I'm hyped for this. I'm so hyped.
No, yeah, I'm so happy that he's here making his debut.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun watching him in Bellator, and just, like you said, at least we got a good couple of years still.
Yep. Just fucking been out for, I forgot that he had the Curtis Millender fight this year. But yeah, got that first round anaconda choke, which is something that he definitely should have done to a guy like Curtis Millender. But it's like, had a very long layoff after his title loss. Fucking defending his fucking country and shit and fucking all that shit. Insane. But glad he's back. Glad he's good to go. And very excited to see him in the UFC.
Yep.
Well, let's go. Where do you guys want to go next for the prelims? That's what I wanted to bring up for sure first.
I know there's something more important, but honestly, I'm excited for Steven Asplund making his UFC debut.
Let's go.
And it's a heavyweight, so I felt like I had to be the one to mention it, because I'm actually excited for this.
You finally are starting to understand.
There's always been the few heavyweights that I like. Like, there's always been.
It's just fun.
Yeah. But anyway, he's making his debut against Sean Sheriff, who is 0-1 in the UFC. He got knocked out by Junior Taffa in the second round. And I feel like Asplund is about to go out there and knock him out as well.
Yeah. He's going to go out there and fucking cook.
I mean, he's going to shake his boobs,
Great personality.
Offer to suck Dana's toes for $50K this time?
Maybe.
Hey,
he said, Dana, give me a contract. This time he's gonna say, Dana, give me $50K. He's gonna be the one person that's ever asked for a contract that actually gets it.
That would be really funny.
Yeah, that would be funny as hell.
But yeah, I'm definitely excited to see Steven Asplund in the UFC, and I feel like this is easy dubs for him.
Yeah.
Let's go. Ginger, what do you want to bring up?
So,
what's piquing your interest?
How are we feeling about Jillian Robertson having to fight Amanda Lemos instead of Yasmin Lucindo on short notice?
Honestly, I'm feeling kind of good about it. Yeah. I think that for one, there was a good amount of time in between. It's not like this was announced like last week. Like they definitely had more time than your average short notice fight, to prepare for a switch up. And I feel like Amanda's been on the decline and Jillian has been on the rise and has been improving, that they're either going to meet each other or Jillian's going to be better at this point. I just feel like Amanda has not been looking great. And
Mhm.
obviously, like, you know, maybe she can like pull it out and still be just a little bit better than her. But like, I just feel like her last few fights have either been unimpressive, just boring as fuck, her just not doing much, even in the wins, like the Yasmin Lucinda win, for instance. Like, it's just not good. I feel like
get it.
Jillian can go for it.
I definitely get it.
No, yeah.
I'm just worried about the physicality.
I understand that aspect of it. I understand what you're saying with that, Jimmy. I do think Jillian Robertson should be able to go out there and win. I think she's been showing improvements in her strikes. She's been showing improvements with her takedowns.
Yes,
Obviously a huge submission threat. I'm just
Always.
now worried after.
Yeah, she just retired Marina Rodriguez.
Yeah.
38 years old too. Amanda Lemos is 38.
Yeah, that is true. But I am now worried after hearing what Katie said, where she's like, this person's on the decline, this person's on the rise. I feel like they're either gonna meet each other or one's gonna be higher. I heard that same thing when she was talking about Moicano versus Benny Dariush. And we saw how that fight went.
Yeah, but that one I was mainly talking shit because Moicano's on my draft, and so I wanted it to happen. This one, I truly believe that. Like, this one, I truly feel like there's actual, just, yeah, like I said, just, like, meaning behind that, because it's like, you know, Jillian, it's like she's been in the UFC for fucking ever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a little bit, she was, like, yeah, taking losses here and there, and since
13 and
moving down...
6.
Well, that's what I was saying, like, in the beginning of her career, she was taking losses, she was up at 125, just like, you know what I mean?
That's all I'm
And
saying.
now that...
She's
But so now it's like,
16 and 8, 13 and 6 in the UFC.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, at 115, it's like she's just been looking really good. She is currently on a 4-fight win streak, and it's like, especially with the Marina Rodriguez one, it's like Marina's tough as hell. She's a good fighter on the older side and was on the decline, and she got her out of there grappling and just massive ground and pound and just the punches from the back. You know, I could just see this going similarly.
No, it's very fair point.
No, yeah.
I definitely get it. It's... Yeah, and because it's just like Amanda Lemos definitely be struggling on the ground too, so it's like that's definitely just a very good path to victory. It's
got sub standing up.
Yeah, that's very true.
She got knocked out standing up too. Standing elbows by Leslie Smith. Her first loss, her second loss was a standing arm triangle choke. She's not really safe on the feet or the
ground. But because it's just one of those things of, it's like, obviously Jillian, like you said, Ginger, getting better on the feet, getting better with the takedowns, just the overall like entries, everything, the entire flow of her game. It's just like, I do just wonder, just going in, possible bad shot, and just like, bro, a fucking bomb of an uppercut from Lemos, like that's all it takes. Like, I just wouldn't be surprised if it's just one shot and she's just like, oh, fucking hurt, and then Lemos is on her, you know? But I mean, I do still agree that she should be able to win. And just like, I do very much hope that it just, believe in her to like on the rise. And like you said, just because what is she, fucking 30 now?
Yeah, she's 30 years old.
Yeah. So it's, retire 2 38-year-old Brazilians back to back. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a good one. Meaningful fight at 115 pounds. Yeah, we got Joanne Sombrito on the card, fighting a UFC debutant, so he's probably gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight. I wish this one didn't fall out. He was supposed to fight Melchizedek Bagdasarian.
Yeah, that would have been so good. I very much would have enjoyed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we got 2 debuting heavyweights on that card. Both of them weighing in not heavy, both under 250. So in their last fights, so that's some
God damn.
The
Brazilian 6'5", 80.5-inch reach.
Yep. Yeah. That's about it. So overall for Apex, it's like, it's one of those things where, you know, usually it's like, you know, we got like these couple really big ones, and it's like, I feel like a great main event, and it's like, I feel like for our hype of Kevin Vallejos, like that feels like a pretty big meaningful one. But I feel like this has like really very solid fights throughout the entire card. So it's definitely a good Apex event. I'm excited for it.
Heck yeah.
Hopefully end the year with me winning in Tapology, right? Let's go.
No.
But, and then we're just going to do a video at some point for all the fight news for next year coming up, right, Gingy? Cool. That's what I thought. So, yeah. we got some fight news stacking up. That's gonna be very exciting to talk about. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Well, let's go. That is going to be everything for this episode of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you did, drop a comment. Let us know about Manel Kape's titty. You know what I mean? What is the impact of his tits gonna be on this fight? Leave it in the comment. Peace out, everyone.